Previously, we added a fetching pods view whenever we didn't have any data to show. Um, it works pretty well, but it does introduce a problem on iPhones. So today we want to fix that, but we also want to add some multiple previews for this view that will show us the view across the iPhone and the iPad in different orientations. Because the real problem is we're not able to see all the different modes that this view could be in when it's on screen. So you see here, if I delete our pods, it's blank, right? Not great. Um, so we could just go ahead and try to fix it here. And we could move our list inside of here. And we see that it shows fetching pods. But we would have a problem if we were to run it. And you probably see it already, is that the task is never gonna execute. So let's move that, and let's run it again, see what we get. Okay, that's better. So it shows it on the iPhone. We don't know yet if it's gonna work on the iPad, but we can give it a shot. In order to do that, we're gonna add an additional preview, and we'll hand it some pods. And I think we'll do a few things just to kind of clean up and make it where we can see more of our preview devices on screen. We'll set a preview device, the raw value of, look at an iPhone 13 mini. Do the same for that one. That way, if we switch up here, it'll still show in mini here. The next thing we could do is give it a name. And we'll just, for now, we'll set the name same as that. I'll copy that. This one I'll make it, we might say loading or fetching pods. And that one, we'll keep it the same. We'll build just to make sure we're getting updates. And the one last thing, just to make it a little more compact here, it will also come in handy when we, in a moment here, make an iPad preview. Okay, we set the orientation to landscape right. We'll see. Looks like the compiler's struggling a little bit at the moment. Probably timing out just because I'm recording. If that's the case, we'll try getting rid of the interface orientation on these. It's kind of an interesting, yeah, that was it. We'll see if we can get that to work for the iPad piece though, because that will help. And I'm going to say an iPad mini, and I need the exact name. It's a string identifier. I guess one problem with this is long-term. Every time there's a big update to Xcode, they're going to change the name on this list. Copy that whole thing. We'll see if that works. It looks like it's working. I'll copy. I'll just say iPad mini. I don't think it needs to say that whole name right there. There's a quotation mark, and we'll build. Yep, there was one there too. That makes sense. We'll see if we can resume. I'm going to make this smaller too. Okay. So now we can see the app in a number of different modes. I think it's just going to keep timing out just because this machine only has 16 gigs of RAM. It's going to run out of RAM pretty quickly. This, I think, would be just one simulator, and then this is two other simulators. But even though it's complaining, we can see that we've made some changes that are really working for us here. We see that it works on the iPhone, which it didn't before, and it still works on the iPad. I was hoping it would let us display it on the iPad in landscape mode, because that would allow us to, there we go. We can see what that looks like. It looks a little odd, but I think it's much better than just having a blank screen. Uh, so I think that gets it. Let me check. Um, yeah. Uh, so a good improvement for now. Not the best first run experience, but at least they know that we're trying to get the pods. And long term, since we'll be fetching pods from we'll be getting them from a core data store. They're probably never going to see the screen except for once. So good to have now. And I may clean this up a little bit before I commit, um, and uh, and I'll double check and make sure that it still runs. But like I said, I think it's just because I'm recording. So until next time.